Well, guys, we're back at Leaderville Oval with the Nest. We're doing Port Adelaide, Richmond, Saints, the Swans, the Bulldogs, and our favourite, the Eagles. So Port Adelaide now, they're a team that are very active in the trade period. Very, very active. They've picked up Rocklift, they picked up Motlop, Jack Trengrove, his career might get reignited there at Port Adelaide. They've got Mackenzie and they've got Jack Watts. So just in the trades alone, they've done all right. So if they guys can gel for Port Adelaide, I think they can hold Port Adelaide in good stead. They've got some good young draftees and they've got a young ruckman in Sam Hayes. Now, he was touted top 10. And I think he went, 19? Oh, I think he went in third round. They've got young Jake Patemore from WA now. That kid's got class all over him. Another good guy who was a little bit of a defender was Joel Garner. So they've got some good players coming up as well. And they've also picked up an ex-Demon that went back to Glenelg. Is that how you say it? Glenelg?
Glenelg, yep.
Bloody tongue twister there, sorry about that. In Don Barry. So, I don't know if you guys remember, he's got a bit about him. And interestingly, they picked up Lindsay Thomas as a rookie. Now, a lot of people don't like Lindsay Thomas, but he can be damaging. You put him in with Motlop and you put him up forward. I don't know where they're going to play Watts. They've got Dixon, they've got Wingard. They've got a nucleus of good list. So they need to gel this year. Now, can they? I don't know, but they're going to be dangerous, especially at home. They're going to be good. So they can't be discounted. Now, they need to do something this year with that list. Otherwise, it might backfire on them down the track. I don't know.
It's a big list.
What do you reckon, Dan?
Well,
you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I am. Yes, they got some good, not good, many players through the door. I rate Rockliff. Lindsay Thomas couldn't get a game at North Melbourne. Watts never really lived up to his potential. Trengrove actually has a lot of potential. A great player, but he's hurt his foot. A few years ago, Richmond were after him, did the medical at Richmond. They turned around and said they don't want him. That's how bad. He gets stress fractures in his foot. So as soon as he does too much work, it rears its ugly head again, sadly. So Rockliff I rate getting, but again, their strength has always been their midfield at Port. So we got Archie, which I'm thankful for, but we got him because he couldn't get games because he can't break in that midfield. Motlop's, touted as being lazy by Geelong, and that's why I let him go. Not a skilled factor.
Going to a new club could reignite him, so.
Anything's possible, was it? Football is always a great unknown, but I agree they're going to be dangerous. This isn't me having a shot at Port. I think they're going to be thereabouts. Just the players they brought in is a big list, and I rate 1, 2.5.
There's a reason why they're not getting games in their team.
Yes,
so if you're not getting a game in your team, going there, it will be very hard to make it better. And that team has got a very good core of players.
Right. We're going to move on to the reigning premiers in the Tigers now. No one predicted the Tigers to win the grand final last year, not one person. So that means anything could happen this year with any team. But Richmond, you got to give them their due credit. They had a new brand of football. They were manic in their pressure. They did really good. They've picked up some guys like Jack Higgins, who was the best and fairest medalist in the TAC Cup. Everyone raved about him. He's a little guy, he's small, but he can kick both sides of the body. He's very Sam Mitchell-like from all reports. They picked up a guy from Subiaco, Ben Miller. Yep. Bit of size about him, he can run all day now. He's going to be a good pickup. So I can't see much of their younger youth breaking into this year's teams because they've got to... Look, they don't win a premiership for no reason. They've got a good nucleus. They surprise everyone. They probably had an easier run last year.
Yep.
And, in one way, it could be a misnomer, the draw that you get, but they didn't play too many top 8 teams. But you only can win the games that are presented to you, and they won. So you can't take it away from them. They got Martin, Cochin, Rance, Rewalt. They got Nick Vlost in the back line. They've got a good spread across the ground. Will they be the team to beat? They are, because they're the reigning premiers. But can they back it up? This year they've got a harder draw, as they say. I still reckon they're going to be top 4. But then again, you never know. So they're in an unknown. You got to give Richmond the respect because they got there last year and no one picked them. So you've got to give them respect. And just on that alone, I think they'll be in the top 8. Whereabouts in top 8, I don't know.
Pressure will be on.
That's the great unknown. We'll probably find it out in the first 4 or 5 rounds. But then again, last year we had Sydney in the first 5 rounds not win a game. So, what do you reckon? Anyone different on that?
No, it's pretty much it. You know, they're going from the hunter to the hunted. I don't know about top 4 because, as I said, they're going to be hunted very heavily this year. But their key this year was they had a healthy list, a very healthy list. Their seconds team even had a healthy list. That's just saying how lucky they were with injuries that year, which just is an understated thing in football. It really is.
Everyone said Hardwick was stupid in saying that they're going to be challenging for a flag, and look what happened. So
he went back on that himself.
and even me. So from now on, I just watch what I say about some teams. Right, we're going to go on to the Saints, mate. So go for it.
All right, there's no in between with the Saints right now. Their benchmark is finals. They have to play finals this year. If they don't, they need to ask themselves hard questions. They can't be on the cusp of finals 3 years in a row. They're practically in no man's land, you know, not impacting finals, not playing finals footy, but yet not getting these great draft picks. They got lucky with one from Hawks, which we spoke about earlier, but their key is McCartan. He needs to play. Imagine how much better that side would be if they had a good genuine power forward there. He'll free up Bruce, he'll free up Steele, you know, he'll take the number 1 defender, be a way better team. And this is where the hard question lies. If they don't make finals this year, they got to think, all right, he was a number 1 pick, McCartan, time to go. You won't get a number 1 draft pick for him, but you could get a number 1 draft round pick, you know, first round pick. You take that pick, you get rid of him. You take Blake Acres away. If he doesn't play and cement himself in the best 22, you bring him aside. Great player. Do you want to be here? They need to make these hard decisions to go to the next level. They really do, that team. They got Robertson down back, so they got a good back. They've got, you know, Stevens in the middle. You know, a power forward will just straighten that team up, but it's finals or bust in my opinion.
Can you see a player like Hunter Clark, who they picked up in the first round, playing in round 1?
Well,
big raps on the kid?
No, because I can see him playing that year, but I can't see him playing round 1. Get some games in the seconds in these plays, and if they demand a spot, it's the same any team. If there's a young kid demanding a spot, puts pressure on the senior players, he gets a game. That's what you want. That's what you want in a healthy AFL list. You want that to happen. Right. But yeah, that's where it sits. Finals or bust. I don't think there's any big.
I don't think they can make the finals. No. What do you reckon?
Well, then the hard questions need to be asked.
I don't think they'll make final, but they will. I think.
I'm surprised Richardson.
Out of the teams that are out of top 8 again, we've got Melbourne and St Kilda. Those are the 2 teams I think they'll be pushing for that 1 spot.
Bulldogs too, though.
They're
there too.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that Richardson was given another contract. But anyway, we're going to move on to Sydney, the Swans. Now, everyone would have laughed last season if we said they were 0-6. Yeah. But to their credit, how good was their second half of the year?
They rallied
You
hard.
can never write this team off. So I'm not going to write them off right now because when you do, look what happens. They've got a good list. You can't doubt it. Their midfield, across the board, you got Franklin, you got Kennedy, you got Jack Parker, you got Heaney, you got Hanbury. They haven't picked up anyone that I really had interest in the draft, probably because of the pick numbers they had. They got a couple of Geelong Falcon boys, which they've gone there. Picked up a Riley Stoddard that was sort of like had a lot of reps on him, and a lot of clubs thought he'd go in the first round. He went at number 53, so that's where the draft is. It's like a lottery, isn't it? So they picked up a few guys from Sandringham Dragons in the rookie draft, and they picked a couple of Sydney guys there as well as the Category B rookies. So, surprisingly, when I did my research, I thought they were the oldest list, but they're not. Yeah. They're right in the middle. They're 8th oldest in the league, and that surprised me. I couldn't believe it. So anything could happen with Sydney, and I got them in the top 3, 4, maybe the top 2. And the person that's going to stand out for me, and he stood out this last season, was Callum Mills.
But Sydney, with the recruiting, Sydney are very good. When they recruit, they will get somebody from nothing to something. So when you look at how they recruit their players, you might look at a player. They actually select players that come and play a certain role, and they play it. So with whoever has come in that recruiting, I won't actually put more emphasis on it. They are very good. Whoever does the recruiting, you can see it from the last maybe 4 or 5 years, they haven't missed playing finals. So their recruiting is just very good.
Yeah, they're good. They're bloody good. All right, so we're going to move on to the Bulldogs, mate. So fire away, Tommy.
Now, Bulldog is a very interesting one because last year, they just basically went missing a little bit and all that. So this year, the ins for them has been, when I was doing this, I wrote on him a good player, Hayden Cruiser from Dockers. I think he will bring something to the team. He's a very good player. He came from the Dockers, he's gone there. They picked him in the draft pick. They picked him Aaron. I think he is going actually to come straight in that team.
Aaron Norton?
Yep. I think he is actually, I've watched a bit of clips of him. He reads the ball very well. He's good player. I think he will come in that defense if no injury again.
So that's where with Freo, I thought they would have picked him over Sierra or whatever you want to call him. They picked with their second pick.
Yeah.
But be interesting at Bulldogs.
Now they picked up Josh from Brisbane, Jackson Twengo, which I think he add a very different dimension to them. They haven't had like a rucksman that can ruck and play up forward. So when he's resting, he'll be basically playing like their forward. They don't have a big forward there. Tom Boyd, who had a bit of element there, he will be coming back to the team. And somebody whom we forgot about, it's who had an ACL was Ling. Chong Ling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who didn't play the whole season. What happened with this, they used to get their run from him and JJ. But since he was injured, JJ was shut down. And I think that really, really hurt Western Bulldog. But I think this year, they will be actually, you will see them maybe coming back to kind of the football they were playing, quite quick and fast football. They lost a few players. I don't think it will really hurt them. The only person I'm looking at is Bob Murphy. Stringer, he wasn't contributing. He's a good player, but he wasn't actually in the team because of maybe 1 or 2, 3 reasons. Matthew Boyd, again, I think, as I say, somebody Aaron coming in will be able to feel it. What do they need to do to maybe get back to their winning? I think the year they won the flag, they were playing some fast, hard running football, and they will run the teams out and they will kick, like when we saw that when they play with GWS before to go to the prelim. I think their fitness will play a very big role. JJ needs to be fit. I think Jong Ling needs to come back, and the two players such will play a really big role in them. And I think actually Western Bulldog will be pushing for top 8. I think if the list is healthy, these players comes in and fit in, I think, and their fitness is up there, they'll move the ball fast and they will be there.
All right, guys. Well, we've tried to give you an unbiased view on nearly every other team because we're all Eagles fans, by the way. So we've tried to give you an unbiased view on what we think and going forward, how they'll go. So if you're an Eagles fan, stick around for the next segment because we're going to be talking about them.
A lot.